Well, hello there. Another week, another video, and this has been a long time coming. I'm really sorry to whoever suggested it. It was suggested to me many months ago that I do a review of my Balenciaga Neo La City bag. Now, for those of you who don't know La City, it was the it bag of the 2000s. Lovely grunge-looking bag. I could never personally get on top of it or get my head around it because for me, I do tend to like my structured bags. Case in point at the bags behind my Balenciaga bag. So I do like a nice structured bag, and when they came out of the Neo La City in about the 2020s, I kind of thought that this was a bag I could get on board with, and I have really loved using it. It's a nice bag for everyday wear, and for me, it's that wonderful structure balance between a nice structured bag and the Balenciaga City bag. I don't think it's in production anymore. Based on the Balenciaga website, they've brought back the City bag, but not the Neo version. So I am quite sure, however, that you will be able to find some of these on the pre-loved market. It was in today's terms, bearing in mind that pricing went crazy right around COVID, this was not too bad in terms of pricing. It was about, I think I paid about $2,600 for it, and that included a discount based off one of the French websites, and I had that shipped to me. And I've loved this bag, as I've said. So in terms of a review and in terms of what people would like to know, I guess let's just start with a little bit of information. The base width of the bag is about 32 to 33 centimeters. The depth of the bag is about 15 centimeters. The height of the bag is approximately 19 to 20 centimeters. But what you can tell though is that you will not be able to use the full height of the bag. There is a zip there. So most of the time when you zip it across, it will just the zipper will just sort of sink down. Of course, I filled it to the brim and it's still fine. In terms of leather, I think most of the La City bags came in this sort of smooth leather. Probably more of a drummed calfskin, I think. Closest I can think of in terms of approximation is probably Swift leather or Tadalat leather and Hermes. Sorry, that's the only leather brand I know which has a range of leathers that allows me to sort of liken leathers to other brands, right? So I do like it because you can also carry it many different ways. You can carry top handle, crook of the arm. Your hand will go quite easily through it and you can carry it on the crook of your arm. There is a shoulder strap as well, which means you can carry it on the shoulder. You can carry it crossbody. It's slightly high, but you still can be done and it's quite comfortable. Despite all the hardware on this bag, it is a pretty light bag. It feels very, very supple and sturdy. So far, I like it. There are no feet on the bottom, so I've been a bit careful with it. This is a bag that's about 5 years old that I've said, but it's worn pretty well, although you can see some scuffs because the leather detailing does poke out quite a bit. So on these bits, it does tend to scratch a little bit. I've also got a few scratches on the bag where it's sort of rubbed up against the body, but they've generally buffed out over time and I don't tend to notice it too much. So yeah, inside the bag, let me just take my organizer out. It's a very soft leather bag, which is why I've put an organizer in. So there is a back flat pocket. I think I may have put all the details in there. So the flat pocket has a pocket here, but if you see the zip pocket in front, it accesses the same flap, albeit through a different pocket. So there's a little zip pocket here in the front, and then that same pocket feeds into this flat pocket at the back as well. So yeah, but most of the time I don't use this online because the leather is soft and quite delicate on the inside and I don't want to scratch it. So I did get a bag organizer from Samorga. Shout out to Samorga, by the way. If you noticed, they've got stitching in there that basically mirrors the stitching on the bag, which I think is such a nice detail. Let me just put that in. So, yeah, this bag has been very, very versatile. I like how it looks, and if you want it to make your outfit look that much more grunge or intentional, this is the bag for you. So I think it's a really nice bag. I love the braiding on the leather handles, by the way, and they've worn really well. So overall, I've been very impressed with how this bag has worn. If Balenciaga ever bring this bag back, hopefully they do, then yeah, it's worth a think or worth thinking about if you do want a new bag from Balenciaga, controversies aside. So this is the Licity bag in a small size. Let me show you what fits, because it is a surprisingly roomy bag. So this is a book. It can fit, and it can fit actually in the base of the bag like that, but I will stand it up at the back. That is quite cool. I did not realize that. Okay, and then I have a mini water bottle as well. It's about 150 milliliters, or wait, maybe 200. I can't quite tell, but this will stand up in the bag, so pretty roomy. Yes, and forgive the display of bags at the back, by the way. I thought it'd be nice to have a small, interesting backdrop of handbags, but these are all the handbags I've been using the past few days. I tend to leave my handbags out for 1 or 2 days before I put them away, just to air them out, and then when enough bags have accumulated, then I'll slowly wipe them down, put them away in my cupboard, and yeah. So I've been using this for the past couple of days, and let me just transfer some things in just so you know what fits in. So I've got my Dior Lotus wallet, mini wallet. I have my umbrella, very important. Let's see. I do have a reusable bag from Harrods. This is a bit big and bulky. I wouldn't recommend it, but it's good for carrying a lot of shopping things. Okay, let's take a look. I have this little catch-all pouch that carries my tissues, my hand sanitizer and everything like that. Let's see if it goes in. It does. This is actually getting a bit fuller than how I normally pack my bags, which is why I'm sort of exploring capacity, but okay, it fits in, no problem. That's got my lip gloss, my hair ties, everything. So it's been a very good little catch-all. Let's see. I've still got plenty of room to put my keys and my phone, which is probably the only other thing outstanding in there. So that's kind of where it is. If I wanted to, this is my pocket agenda. Let me just try and put that in too. I think it should fit. It does. And then I can zip it all up. Voila, it is quite heavy, but it can still pack a punch, as you can tell. So yeah, that is my review of the Balenciaga Licity bag, the neo style in the small size. Like I said, I've worn this with shorts. It looks so cool. Of course, jeans when I'm out on the town. If I want a more casual look when I'm going into the office as well, this is fine. And it is light. So I can pack this full and it would still be fine. But then I'm used to carrying heavy stuff. But anyway, that is my review of the Balenciaga Neo Licity bag in the small size. I hope you found this useful. And like, share, comment, subscribe down below. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!